Now we know how to change the formatting of a given cell simply by selecting that cell, going to the home ribbon and changing the font size, color, background color, font color, alignment, etc. But what we can now do is change the appearance of a cell based on the value within that cell. So by adding a condition or a number of conditions, we can trigger a change in the formatting. So let's take the sales data 2013 file and January, and I'm interested for the moment in having a look at applying a conditional format to the cars sold for the North region. So I select the cell or cells that I wish to add a condition to. I then go to conditional formatting on the home ribbon, and in the little drop down I can choose highlight cells rules. Now in the right here I choose the trigger for a change in the format. So I'm going to choose greater than. Format cells that are greater than, and I can type a value in here or reference another cell. So let's change that to 50. So if the cell value becomes greater than 50, then I'd like to change the format to, and there's a list of predefined formats. We have light red fill with dark red text. We have light red fill, we have red text. It's a lot of red involvement. Or I can choose custom format to apply my own formatting. And you'll see some items are grayed out. I can't change the typeface. I can't change the size. But I can change to bold. I can change the color. Let's go for bright red. I can change the background color and the border. I won't change the border, but I'll change the background color to a yellowy color. And then OK. We then see that our rule says when the cell value is greater than 50, we're going to apply a custom format. OK. Now because the cell value is currently not over 50, we just look normal. Enter the cell and put a value greater than 55. And we see that as soon as that value is accepted, the format changes. Now that current condition only applies to cars sold in the North. If I want to take the same condition and apply it to the other sales cells in this sheet, then I can use the format painter. So I select that cell, use a little format painter, and then paste that format, which includes the conditional format, onto all of the sales cells for the North, South, East and West, cars, planes and bikes. When I let go, we see that a number of them change because they're over 50 to the red text in bold on a yellowy background, whereas those that are below 50 stay in the default format. So this could drop down to 49 and we'd see it revert back to the default format. Now there's actually nothing to stop you having multiple conditions on the same cells. So all of these are checking for the value being greater than 50. If I highlight them all and go to conditional formatting and come down to highlight cells rules, I can add another rule which says less than, and let's go for 10. So if it's less than 10, then I'd like to use either one of the pre-built formats or my own custom format. Let's go for background in purple, font color in white to be really dramatic. OK. When I say OK, that will apply to the highlighted cells, and we can see we have two cells below 10 and they go into that white on purple scenario. So that's how to add conditional formatting to cells based on their value and then meeting criteria. Those criteria exist in this highlight cell rules pop-out where you can check for values greater than, less than, between two values, equal to a particular value, checking for text that contains, and you can put a piece of text in, or a date occurring. So if you're checking a date set of cells, you can use date values, or you can even get it to highlight duplicate values. So instead of using that remove duplicates option that we've seen earlier, we could use the duplicate values condition, and it would then highlight the duplicate values for you to then look at manually.